Hey, hola, ¿cómo estás? Bonjour, ça va? It's me, the Lost Canuck. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the barbecue barn. Now, if you're a first-time viewer, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. And if you're a long-time subscriber, hey, thanks again. You're my core. So, look, on today's video, I have not been giving my PK360 grill the amount of love that it deserves, okay? And on today's video, we're gonna be doing some mods. That's right, I'm standing in front of the stand. One thing that really bugs me is the wheels on this thing. Come on, PK360 or PK Grills, you can do better. So, we're gonna take my PK360, which I have disassembled, and we're gonna do some mods just like this to make some really nice wheels with casters. Okay, so let's roll that intro and get started. Okay, so basically what I did was, and you're going to see this in the later in the video because I recorded different segments of me taking it apart and stuff. So what we're going to do is originally I had bought these black Weber kettle replacement wheels, and there's nothing wrong with them. They're just they're 100% plastic, right? They look cool, but I don't know, they just weren't doing it for me. So I thought, I tried them, I put them on, they fit. So I got them from Amazon, not happy. So what I did was, on the PKTX, they got those cool tires, with the tire tracks on them. So I went down to my Harbor Freight store and found some of these replacement lawnmower wheels. These are 7-inch. We're going to see if they work. To make them work, though, is you got to get rid of these. These are 6mm bolts that hold your original wheels in, okay? And you're going to see me take that all apart here in a minute. And so let's get her all stripped down so we can get back to this point. And I'll see you in a second. Like I said, I've got these casters, small casters with locks, and some wagon wheels. So first, we have to disassemble the shelves and take the stand off and flip it upside down. I'm going to take it off the tripod, just show you what the inside looks like. Okay, so here's some of the original mod. So here's that burn shop basket. And yeah, I've got the divider. I got it way back over here. And I thought I'd throw a pan in there for the next cook. And here's our casters here and our wagon wheels. And that's it. Okay, so let's close this up and take the shelves off. Everything on this thing, and in the name PK, P is portable. So let's take the shelves off first. So you just got to undo these little knobs. Should be able to slide out, yep, just like that. Now normally you could just sit here and hang your shelf like that on the little hook if you didn't want it up, and that's how it goes. But we're just going to take this right off and put this off to the side, and we're going to move our little wheels out of the way, and we'll take this shelf off. Okay, so we're almost to the point where we're stripped bare. So the last thing you got to do is there's a little knob down here on the bottom that attaches the capsule to the stand. You just loosen it up. You don't want to take it all the way out. Now, here's the portable part. You can take this, throw it in the back of your truck, and use just this part as your grill as well. And it should Should come off. No. Okay, you got to take this knob right out. Okay, now we're at this step. Let's flip this thing upside down. Nice thing about it is it's aluminum, so it's not the heaviest thing in the world. All right. Well, what do you think we should do first? Let's try the wagon wheels, and then we'll put the casters on and try it out. Now again, it's PK, P for portable kitchen. That thing is probably, I don't know, 50 pounds, I guess, 40 for sure, 50 pounds to carry around. If you want an even more portable grill and you like the PK stuff, they make a PK-TX, which is on a little collapsible stand. It's kind of cool. Basically, it's the original PK on a stand. Or you can get the PK Go. That's really nice. Hey, Tom Horseman has a lot of YouTube videos on reviewing the PK Go. I don't have one, so check out his channel if you're interested in that. Let's get going on the wheel mod. All right, I have this special metric and imperial wrench, so you're probably going to want to get that. Let me move the camera over a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. All right, and I had to take my hat off because, well, it would have fallen off. So you take your screwdriver, Phillips, it's a Phillips head, put it in this end here. There we go. Adjust your special metric / imperial wrench. Need a better screwdriver, hang on. All right, so now you got this lock nut off. You want to hang on to this. And the little axle comes with it. It's that, and it's got a little washer on it. And there's a little washer on the outside here. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera off. Get this other one in. You see me put one in. And then we'll move to the casters. Okay, so now you've seen me break everything down. We're back up here. You know where we're at. So these 6mm bolts, there's nothing wrong with them. They're just not that common here in North America, okay? We're on the imperial system still. Don't ask me why, but we are, okay? So what you're going to need is a quarter 20 bolt, okay? And I'll tell you what the length is in about 2 seconds here. I forgot my tape measure. We're back with the tape measure, and it's a 4-inch. This is a 4-inch bolt. I was wrong. I think I said 3.5. So you need a quarter 20 4-inch bolt, and I'll leave a link down below. I got this at Lowe's. If you have a local Lowe's, you can pick them up, or your local hardware store. So you need that, okay? You need, of course, some quarter 20 nylock nuts. That's what these are. Okay, now you're going to need a spacer, and this is a Hillman spacer. Now, basically, it's nylon, and it goes from 1/2-inch bore to the 1/4-inch bore. That's what this is, okay? So this fits inside the wheel. All right, so let's start assembling this stuff so that it makes more sense to you guys, okay? So what we're going to do is take our wheel, take our spacer, that's a nylon spacer. I'll leave a link below for that too, and you just push it into the hub. There. See, it disappeared in here. Okay, now we're going to take our quarter 20 bolt, and these are the spacers that it came with, okay? I'm going to hang on to these, so I'm going to take my bolt, put the spacer over top, insert my bolt through the other spacer in the wheel. There. Okay, it wiggles a little bit, but it's not bad. Okay. Now what we're going to do is push this quarter 20 4-inch bolt through these two holes. They fit, yeah. Well, yeah, they should fit. Oh, wait. Almost forgot. Your other spacer, this other little black spacer that we got, we're going to put it over top of here. Okay, now you've got nice spacers that when we clamp this down, it won't screw it up too bad. Okay, so again, let's put it through the holes. There we go. Going to need one of these nylock nuts. Now make sure you don't mix up your metric and your imperial ones. Thread her on by hand. Okay, now you're going to need a 7/16 wrench here. And I got my universal metric or imperial wrench, otherwise known as a crescent. So what we're going to do, you can use a socket too. I'm just going to hold this one here. You don't want to tighten it up too much. You still want to drag it around. But as long as it spins kind of almost freely. Remember, you're on plastic on here, so it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so there's one wheel. It's not floppy. Let's go get the other one. It's kind of exciting. All right, I'm back. So I've got the other wheel. And again, I'll put all the links to all the parts that I'm using in the video description below. So there's our spacer. Shove it in. Of course, it came out. So there's our 1/4 bolt. There's our black original spacer from PK. Let's throw this in here. Did I do it right? Yes, I did. Okay, now you want to take your other spacer, put it over top. There you go. That's all there is to it. All right, well, we're back. And just FYI, on this aluminum casting, the 1/4 bolt fit fine on the one side. No problem. There was actually some little bit of wiggle room. And this one was just a little too tight to go in. I didn't want to use a hammer. So if you have one and you find yourself in a tight situation, just take a 1/4 inch bit and just, doesn't take much, just smooth some of the metal out from the casting and it'll work fine. Okay. Yeah. All right, so that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to take these casters off because I'm just going to unthread them. Okay, so these are the casters that I'm using. They have these little locks on them, okay? So I'm going to get the spacer nut now and then screw it back in. Okay, so these come with your casters. They send you that cheap little wrench. Might come in handy. You never know. They also come with these little lock washers, so I'm going to put a lock washer on there. Okay, so I'm going to screw this down a bit. I'm going to put a lock washer on. And then what we're going to do is we're going to screw this in and see how close we are. I'm just doing it hand tight to see where we are. Okay, so from the frame to the tire, I am about 3.5 or so. From here to there, oh, she's going to be close. Real close, okay. Okay, we're going to take our level and see where we're at. I'm going to put this one in. I may have to take that washer out, but we'll see how level we're doing. Because they give you some spacer washers in the caster pack. Okay, so this is metric. This is a 6mm stud. It's too bad because they offer a lot more caster selections in Imperial, but I'm not going to rethread that. Not that I could. I guess I'd have to weld it and then drill it and then retap it. I'm not going to do that. That's insane. But again, PK, look, if you're watching, come on. Let's get the wheel situation fixed up a little bit. You know, you're spending $800 on a grill. I'd spend the extra $20 to get the better wheels. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to go over to a level spot on the floor of my garage and I'm going to get my level. By eye, it looks level, okay? Okay, so I'm going to take this here, just check it this way. We're darn close. I'd say that's pretty good. Okay, let's just do some ground measurements here. Put this stuff away. And now, you know, we're assuming that the top of the stand is also level. Probably a bad assumption. We'll use measurements. All right, well, I checked with my level. We're so close, but being an engineer bugs me that we're off a bit. I'm thinking I'm going to take these little washers out and then just crank them down and they should be good. All right, let's take these casters out. Oh, it fell right out. Okay, so now we still got our spacer nut that comes with the casters. You get the nuts with the casters, okay? So nothing, you don't have to buy nothing. Put this back in. See if that, I'm going to check with my level. See if that made a difference. All right, well, I checked with my level. And we're within, maybe not even a smidge of a bubble. So, using the included caster parts, put the nut in, screw it in, get it tight as you can. That'll take some of the slop out of it. The wheels are fine. And just tighten these up a little more. Now, this is aluminum, so you don't want to go too tight or you will strip this. Then you'll be in bad shape. Okay. So you don't want to go past a quarter turn tight. It's like putting spark plugs in your aluminum block. Don't ever strip those. All right, let's assemble this thing and see what it looks like. See you in a second. Okay, now you got all your wheels on and it's turned over the right way. Let's get the capsule put on and all assembled here. Hang on. So you're going to need your front lock nut. Seems to be right. Okay, let's get the guts of this thing in. I'm going to grab some gloves because it's kind of greasy. Okay, this is your standard charcoal grate. It comes with the grill. Let's put that back in. Try not to wake up your neighbors. Okay, so I have the Burn Shop charcoal basket with it. I like this thing. And see, it has the adjustable, you can adjust this. You can actually get a snake one too. So I just keep that back here where my pan, I keep the aluminum pan on this side. All right, I found the grate. I couldn't find it because I cleaned it. So let's put the grate back in. There we go. It all fits. Okay, let's get the top part of the capsule and we'll be all done and I'll show you how it wheels around. Okay, so here's the top part of your PK360. We just put it on like this. That's it. That's all you do. Close her up. Okay. So, that fit back together. Side tables. You know, these things are really easy to put on. Okay, one side table. They're all nice and hand tight. It's not that dirty, actually. All right, well, there we have it. Look, we've got our modded wheels with the caster that's lockable. And it's level. And, well, I think we did a good job here. So if you're a reasonably skilled backyard cook, like I am, that, you know, has a few tools around the garage, this is maybe a 30-minute job. Now, it took me a little longer because, heck, I didn't know what I was doing. Exploring for you guys. All right, let's try and pull it and push it around. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, if you're interested in this mod, it's easy to do. It took me, look, after I had all the right parts, you got to get the right parts first, and it took me a few days to screw around to make sure I had all the right parts. Once you get them, it takes you maybe 20 minutes to finish, because the longest part of it is taking this thing apart, putting it back together. So maybe half an hour. Budget half an hour of your time. 10 minutes to get rid of to take your capsule off, flip your wheels over, take your other ones out. So 30 minutes and you're done. And it's a great upgrade. Look, I'm short. Lost Canuck is short, okay? And I can access this thing no problem, easily, still at a good, decent grilling height. Actually, I'll tell you what the grill height is. Okay, so your new grill height is now 36.5. Now, ergo height is about 36, so yeah, you're within half an inch of being ergo, and I'm short, and I'm not going to have any difficulties cooking on here, okay? And that's it. All right. So, final thoughts and conclusions. Simple. I'll put all the parts down below. Easy to convert your PK360 to have tractor wheels in the back and casters in the front. These wheels actually look more like the PKTX with the rubber, because they're rubber treads on here than the old ones. Don't throw your old parts away, because if you ever want to sell this thing or you give it to somebody, you can say, hey, here's the wheel, so hang on to your bolts, your nuts, your wheels, and the little foot pads. Keep those, and if you ever want to get rid of these things. But this is a great little grill. I'm going to cook on it more, and that's all I have to say about that. So look, if you're interested, if you have Instagram, check out my Instagram page. I'm going to put the QR code up for that. Follow me on Instagram. I have about 800 followers. Appreciate you guys following me. Hey, don't forget, if you found value in this video, please hit that like button. It just kind of signals to YouTube who should be watching my barbecue videos. And I've got tons of other content out there. I'm going to start with more PK content coming up. Actually, I have one more exciting mod that's in store. All I'm going to say is it involves a fan, so stay tuned. All right, so if you're a charcoal griller guy, I also have some other charcoal content. I got an Oklahoma Joe's. I just got this LifeSmart from Kickstarter. We're going to try that out and put it together and see what it's all about. So that's all there is to say about that. All right, so final words. Don't forget, be kind to each other, okay? It's getting so tough out there nowadays. Just being kind may make all the difference. You never know what other people are going through. Be kind. You may help somebody out that really needs it. All right, that's all I'm going to say about that. Take care. Bye-bye. Lost Canuck loves you guys. Lost Canuck out.